I am.
But what about me?
What about him?
Wait. Am I on, Karen?
Yes, now we're
Would
on.
you say always? No,
Okay.
No.
Jeremy and Amy are here. We're all ready, right? Okay.
Yes, Jeremy and Amy have our backs.
So we're just waiting
Get
to
it?
go. We're just waiting to go live. As soon as we do, we'll start.
Thanks.
But we are
Whoa.
live. Woo! All right.
Aloha.
Aloha.
I just want to
Now-
point out one thing
Yes,
right
point it out.
here is that the camera that comes in here is directly over there, is it not?
Yeah, over the clock.
Over the clock.
So when
It's
we
3
ask you,
minutes slow.
So when we ask you to turn to the camera, that's where you're going to be looking. So hi to everybody online. Aloha.
There we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I'm Rev Rita.
And I'm Reverend Patrick.
Yeah. And you're here at the Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, the Institute of Magnificence, where we recognize your beauty and your magnificence. And we're just going to start with an opening song with Jeremy and Amy Brown.
Give it up for him. Give it up for him.
You're doing. Am I doing it? Or you?
Don't be afraid to move. Uh-oh. Sue Wood, uh-oh.
Love is the solution. Love is the solution, baby. Love is the solution. Love is the solution, baby. Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Here we are, sharing our hearts and our minds.
Let's sing.
Lifting consciousness all the time. Here we are, sharing our hearts and our mind. We're lifting consciousness all the time. We're lifting consciousness all the time. Lifting consciousness on the road of creation. We're rocking good vibrations. Love is the solution to the earthly complications. Blessed with opportunity to strengthen the community. Open up and you will see we're consecrating unity. Here we are, sharing our hearts and our minds.
On the road of creation.
We're lifting consciousness all the time. Here we are, sharing our hearts and our minds. Lifting consciousness all the time. Lifting consciousness all the time.
That's right.
Lifting consciousness.
Because we are on perfect time right here, divine timing. We have come together not by accident. We've come together on purpose. We woke up this morning and said, I've got somewhere to go. I've got somewhere to be. And all we ask is that you be yourself. And that is what we are doing here. That is what we're celebrating as we move from moment to moment to moment to moment with that beautiful, beautiful music making your body just remember who and what you are. And can you say it with me? And so it is.
Woo!
Together our culture strong. Songs of freedom keeping on. Reflections of the light of dawn. Songs of love, so sing along. The melodies come from the sky, coming through to eye and eye. Show us how to live and why. We got to keep vibrations high. Sharing our hearts and our minds. We're lifting consciousness all the time. Here we are, sharing our hearts and our minds. Lifting consciousness all the time. Lifting consciousness all the time. Lifting consciousness. Love is a solution. Love is a solution, baby. Love is a solution. Love is a solution, baby. Love is a solution. Love is a solution, baby. Love is a solution. Lifting consciousness all the time. Lifting consciousness all the time. Lifting consciousness all the time. Woo. That's what we're doing here at CSL.
That's what we're
Kauai.
doing.
Thank you, Jeremy and Amy Brown.
Oh, my
Thank
goodness.
you. Thank you.
Now, if you just walked in, this is what we're alive, man. We are alive. I want to let you know something else. If you just walked in, this is Rev Rita, and I am Rev Patrick. And I'm going to let you know something. If you're here for the first time, I usually wear pants. And so last week in the new place, it got a little hot, but I'm going to tell you something. I got a whole freeing thing going on. Wearing shorts is like a whole thing going on with that. So I think I'm going to keep my shorts on.
Yes, I think so.
What do you say, yeah?
I know this place takes a whole new wardrobe.
Whoa. I told you there's a frequency
All right,
of the divine
that was
here.
me. I don't know if that was me or not. Okay, so this is a new month. Well, it was a new month last week. And our theme is expansion.
Get it? Expansion. Everybody's expanding. If you're wondering what I'm doing here with this right here,
You're not-
we also have a mantra, or shall we say affirmation, that we say together here. And I'll say it one time, and we can all say it together. My imagination is vast, expansive, and endless.
My imagination is vast, expansive, and endless.
One more time.
My imagination is vast, expansive, and endless. So, yes, so if you're here for the first time, or maybe if you're not even here for the first time and you need to hear it again, you are magnificent. We know that, right? That's what we practice here. That's what we celebrate. Walking that bridge from duality to unity, where we all recognize that we are one. We are one with everything, one with the ocean, one with ourselves, one with each other, one with the grass that's out there. Everything is oneness. And as soon as we can celebrate that, celebrate and actually really feel that we can look into the eyes of each other and just see oneness, see God in each other, then that expansion we're talking about just takes another leap, and another leap until, wow, we wouldn't have to worry about anything in the world anymore. So we celebrate oneness. We celebrate the power of who we are, which is the expression of God blowing through those motorcycles, those Harley drivers. They know it.
We had him over there too. Dave.
I know. I love it. I love Harley drivers. I used to be a Harley girl. Anyway, that was that was God expressing as a Harley girl. So it's all good. It's all light. It's all love, right? Sue Wood knows what I'm talking about. And so we just come here to celebrate that oneness, to celebrate the power of who we are, to celebrate the goodness in the world that is when we see ourselves like that and when we see each other like that. And that's what we're working on, is creating that in our lives and creating the best version of ourselves so that we can give ourselves to the world. So thank you for being here to remember that. Yes. Yeah. So, you're gonna do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We switched some things around, but I do have something very important. I know that there are people here for the very first time. I met you out there, and you wondered how, and it's because we put these beautiful little shells around you, and we know that you're new in that. So who is here for the very first time? We have a couple people over here. There we go. Well, here's another thing. We know something about you, and we're going to let you know right out of the gate. We're not even going to do this whole holding back. Ready?
You are magnificent.
And I bet you're wondering, how do we know that? We know that because we discovered that about ourselves, and then we became like mirrors for one another. I can see my magnificence in you, and you can see that in me. So, if you would like to join with me, put our hands on our heart right now, and we can say,
I am magnificent.
But I'm not alone. We're not alone. We
Are magnificent.
Oh, and there's some people back there on that camera. We already let you know where it is. They need to know who they are.
You are magnificent.
And I have some wonderful news as Ruth seats herself in here.
And Deborah.
I have some great news. Somebody gave me a suggestion last week. This is driving me crazy, but it's all one. So last week I got a wonderful suggestion from this gentleman, and you know how fun it is to get suggestions, right when everything's going on. But he suggested that we hear this "You are magnificent," and it is absolutely wonderful. But sometimes, right, Cliff? Sometimes during the week we forget it. So wouldn't it be kind of cool? And I always love that when somebody makes a suggestion, when they want me to implement it, and this is going to be the shocker for everybody. I implemented it in 2 days because it was such a great idea, because we now have, we say it every Sunday, if you forget during the week, call the You Are Magnificent hotline. Oh yes, it went into effect on Friday. And so you'll have to call it at 808-755-9177. There used to be a prayer line. Now guess what? There's so many calls coming through. Who knew that everybody just wanted to know they were magnificent? They didn't want to pray. No, it's You Are Magnificent, and it's wonderful. It's Rev Rita and I, we're just letting you know, if you want to pick it up, you don't have to say anything. You just listen to it. If you do at the beep want to say, I am magnificent, do it. If not, you're perked up during the week. Do you like the idea?
Yeah.
There are little cards out there with the number, and thank you so much, Cliff, for coming up and making that suggestion.
It's beautiful. It's perfect. All right. So we're going to invite up. It's when I talk. See, all right. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's just my vibration is so high.
Vibration.
We're going to invite up Roseanne Jones right now, our practitioner of the day, who led us all in a beautiful meditation a little while ago. By the way, if you want to be part of meditation, come at 9:40. That is when it starts. But she's here today to give a blessing for our land, a blessing for where we are, a blessing for a recognition of where we stand. Yes.
Whoa.
Well, as we all know the truth, we all wake up and open our eyes to this blessing of being on Kauai. And so, knowing this is just something each of us in our hearts can feel at every moment we're here on this island. Grateful, gratitude. But Khalil Gibran, who did not visit Kauai, as far as I know, had something to say about the planet we live on. And he said, "Forget not that the earth delights to feel your bare feet, and the winds long to play with your hair." So this planet, this space right here, this island, but further than this island, past the oceans and the continents, this whole planet, Mother Earth, this is our home. This is what we all have in common. And we are being so close to the biggest ocean in the world, right over there, a few feet from here. I know that we all deeply, deeply feel connected with our planet. And I give a blessing for the hearts of all people everywhere to understand that this planet needs help, needs our attention, needs our love and our caring. And I want to just, if we take that moment just to go quiet and in your own words think the words you would say to this planet. Just take a few seconds to do that. We have so much to be grateful for, and I know that my cup of gratitude is heaped up and overflowing for just the air we breathe, the life we lead, and for this beautiful land, this beautiful holy land that we are privileged, because most of us did not grow up here, or most of us did not have a heritage here. We are privileged to share this beauty, this awesomeness with the people, the original people who lived here. And the only word we can say is over and over again. Let's say it. Mahalo. Mahalo nui loa.
Thank you, Rosie.
All right. So this song was written by Dan C. And it's called Nani Wai Ale Ale. And this song speaks about the mountain, the beauty of the mountain, all the way up to Hanalei, where the Kamolokama and the falls are down. It speaks of the king of Kaua'i at the time, Mano Kalanipo. And it's a beautiful, beautiful melee we like to do to honor this beautiful island and her people. Nani Wai Ale.
Moki hana me laua e me nā pua ea like o leo ka aina
Uina I nā kolo I nā pali
I ka waea o nā molokama me nā limu ea
He pahi ka o manua ke pā
Aina ia mai ka puana Kua hivina ni vai ale ale Me nā kini ea Mano kalani po Aina ia mai ka puana Kua hivina ni vai ale ale Me nā kini ea Mano kalani po
Mahalo.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Again, if you just walked in, I'm Rev Rita, and I want to share some thoughts with you. Our topic today, our message, is about being so big. I don't know about you, but when I was a little girl, well, when I raised my children, I don't remember so much when I was a little girl, but when I raised my children, there used to be an exercise, a little fun game we did, that we would say, how big is the baby? And then they would put their hands above their heads and go, so big. They would mimic us. And we'd all giggle and laugh. And how many did that? Anybody? Yeah. It's a great exercise. And I really encourage you to do it now for yourselves, but we'll do it a little bit later. But how big are you? So big. You are so big. You are so big, even though we don't always feel so big. I wanted to talk a little bit about this idea of God. It's a topic that some people don't like to use that word. They like, it just brings up things within them. maybe from their childhood of a vengeful God or a judgmental God or a God that could not forgive or whatever. But that's the way I grew up. I grew up with that God. And I came to a point in my life where I realized that that couldn't be true, because I understood that this great being, whatever it was something that had to be loving. It couldn't be that. And I went on a search to try to figure out what that meant to me and what that meant in my life. And I feel that everybody, they might even say they don't believe in God, but I think each and every one of us, even when we say we don't, or we're atheist, or whatever we are, there's something within us that calls to us that says that we're greater than what maybe is happening in our life, or maybe what is happening on this planet. There's something within us that calls to us and keeps coming up. At least it did for me. And I wasn't happy till I found out what that was. And it wasn't an easy search, and I went through a lot of things before I got there. And what I've come to realize from studying and practicing is that God is not a man on a cloud for me, is not a vengeful being, God is right here. Right here, I am expressing God, as I know that each and every one of you are. And what is that? In the New Thought teaching, God is a presence. It's an energy. It's love. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, God is love. Ernest Holmes, who's the founder of the Science of Mind and Spirit, said, love is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. I rely on that quote a lot. When I'm feeling like low or feeling like I can't do it or whatever, I understand that love is the answer, and love is God. God is love and love is God. There is no question in my mind about that, and there is no question in my mind that that is who you are, and that is what we are together. And like I said in the beginning of my open remarks, like if we all understood that and practiced that one thing, that we are all one in that energy, that source, that the world would be a different place. But it's not my job to change the world. It's my job to change myself and to live from that place. So I work on it. Like I said, I was talking to somebody on the phone who was struggling in life, and they said, oh, Rita, you're such a rock. You're so like positive all the time and all of this, and how do you do it? And I said, I work on it every single solitary day. I work on it, and I choose to see positiveness wherever I look. I choose to look beyond what I see, and I choose to know who I am. And then when I fall off, and I do fall off sometimes, when I start to struggle, then I'm falling off, like the understanding of who I am. And there's something that Ralph Waldo Emerson said that always would stir up a argument in our class. And he would say, Ralph Waldo Emerson, the philosopher, transcendentalist, get your bloated nothingness out of the way of the divine circuits. Get your bloated nothingness out of the way of the divine circuits. And I was like, okay, and everybody would fight. What's that? What's my bloated nothingness? I'm not bloatedly nothing, and we'd all argue for, hours in our classes because it sounded so insulting. So I read an article by Dr. Jim Lockhart. He's been putting out these wonderful blogs lately, and he defined what bloated nothingness was. So get your bloated nothingness out of the way and allow the divine circuits to flow is actually the correct quote. I'll say it again. Get your bloated nothingness out of the way and allow the divine circuits to flow. So Jim Lockhart said this: our fear-based egoic mind, or the act of staying distracted from the work of alignment with God within, that is your bloated nothingness. We are always in alignment with some kind of potential, positive or negative. Our spiritual practice is to come into alignment with the positive and release our connection with the negative. Well, I don't know about you, but when I start bickering or being accusatory about something or pointing out, and that's my bloated nothingness. That's my egocentric mind, trying to make everybody else be the way I want them to be, or just being discontented. That's my egocentric mind. Whereas if I want, that's my bloated nothingness. That's stopping me from aligning with what's good in my life, what's good in the other person, what's good in the world, what's good within me, which is that God energy, that God. Did you know that encoded in our DNA, and this has been proven through formulas, is a message that, this is why I think we remember it, why we constantly are tugged by it, is because in our very DNA is the message that we are God eternal in our bodies. It's put there for us, so we'll remember. So we'll remember. And even when we get pulled off and we get pulled into the world of conditions and we think things aren't going well in our lives and we're trying to change all that, that message is still there. And my only way of releasing that splendor is to continually stay in a place of love as best as I can, all the time. Well, yeah. Do I all the time? No. I'm still living my human self, which is really my divine self. So God is to us as much of it as we can expand into it. And it's an energy. If you leave here with anything today, I just want you to understand from our point of view, which is just our point of view, that God is an energy, a source. It is a field. It's called the field in science. It's this energy that's never been touched by anything, that we're constantly creating from. Not creating the energy, but directing it in our own lives. So it's very important, if we want to be the best people ever that we can be for our own life, that we start directing that energy for good in our life, start directing that energy in positivity. And that doesn't mean to not look at what's in the world and ignore it or whatever, but it does mean to see beyond it and to dwell on what can I do. Because if we try to change the world, we can't do anything but change ourselves, really, and the world will change. Because it's as we interact with the environment and the world, it's changing. Yeah, it's called the observer effect. Have you heard of that? It's a scientific term that says the observer effect is the phenomenon in which the act of observation alters the behavior of particles being observed. This effect is due to the wave-like nature of matter, which means that particles can exist in multiple states simultaneously. When an observer measures a particular property of a particle, they are effectively collapsing the wave function of that particle, causing it to assume a definite shape. So when you look at something, the way you look at it, it's looking back at you the way you're looking at it. And you're collapsing energy, basically, in how you look at what is occurring in your life, how you look at what's happening with other people, the world, whatever. So I think when more of us collapse that energy in a positive way and keep looking out and doing our best to give what we can give, our true selves, our God self, then the world will start to change. It already is. There's a shift. I mean, I don't know about you. We were talking about it this morning, about since COVID-19, something happened. And we chose to be on one side or the other of that. We chose to go into the fear of it, or we chose to say, no, this is who I am. I have a chance to shift now. I have a chance to take on the world in a different way. But something happened during that, and I know we're all still experiencing what happened. And we can either ignore it, or we can live from that highest place together. And we are big. We are huge. And Ernest Holmes, the founder of the Science of Mind, wrote this: "Since the only life you can have is the life of spirit within you, you need but permit its radiance to flow through your thought into self-expression. You are surrounded by a dynamic force, a great surge of living power. You are immersed in and saturated with the vital essence of life. Its presence permeates everything, binding all together in one complete whole." That's who we are. That's who we are. We're not small. We're not meant to suffer. Somebody said to me, God's making me suffer. This is not true, at least for me. We're not meant to suffer. And if we are suffering, it's because it's our soul's journey back to ourselves. And all we have to do when we're suffering is to look within and say, what's mine to know here? What's mine to learn? What's mine to grow? How am I going to be more in touch with that beautiful, amazing? How am I going to love myself more? how am I going to give myself more in service? How am I going to be my true self? And those are the questions I ask myself anytime suffering comes up. So you're big, you're huge, you're amazing. And I'm going to ask you right now, how big are you? So big! And so it is. Thank you, Jeremy and Amy.
We love to share Mary Isa's songs. She's a dear friend of ours. If you haven't checked out her music, please do. She has many albums full of very inspiring, beautiful lyrics and melodies. This one's called Blessing on Your Journey. Blessings on your journey. Blessed be the truth. You're here to live your life and be true. Blessed be the light to guide the will, so keep it shining bright. Blessed be the love inside that's limitless and can't be denied. Blessed be this life, breathing in and out till the day that we die. It's a beautiful life, don't you know? Born into this world to love and to grow. We each have a powerful role in this play of life for your immortal soul. Blessings on your journey, on this path that you go, all the seeds that you sow. Blessings on your journey, it's a mystical show. Such a pleasure to know we are all in this together. So let's all remember the good work to do for the elders and the children too. We're on a mission, standing high in our visions, making our dreams come true. Bless you, show what you can do. Bless you, bless you, bless you, show what you can do. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Blessed be the earth, the sacred ground in your place of birth. Blessed be the sky, so clear, fresh air to breathe in the atmosphere. Blessed be the waters, the rains that pour down in the rivers and the oceans, and blessed be the mountains, the soil and the trees, where I fall to my knees and pray. Hey, 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 and I pray. Hey, 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 hey. Blessings on your journey, on the path that you go, all the seeds that you sow. Blessings on your journey, it's a mystical show. Such a pleasure to know we are all in this together. So let's all remember the good work to do for the elders and the children too. We're on a mission, standing strong in our visions, watching our dreams come true. bless you, show what you can do. Bless you, bless you, bless you, show what you can do. Bless you, bless you, bless you. This is a journey of love. I love myself and I trust myself. There's nothing to lose but fear itself. I love myself and I trust myself. This is a journey of love. I love myself and I trust myself. There's nothing to lose but fear itself. I love myself and I trust myself. It's a beautiful life, don't you know? Born into this world to love and to grow. We each have our powerful roles in this play of life for your immortal soul. Blessings on your journey. Isn't that beautiful?
Wow. Makes you land, doesn't it? Yeah. Thank you so much, you two. Well, here we are again. I have some good news for you. You like that? Yeah. Good news is so much better than not so good news. The good news is you are a masterpiece. A masterpiece. Really take it in for a moment. That is who you are. That is what we came here with. And we are also a work in progress simultaneously. How in the heck does that work? And I think in what stimulated me when I read that was, I thought to myself, I've always known that we came here perfect. We came here this masterpiece, right? This beautiful blank canvas. And it's pure and it knows nothing opposite of itself. And it was like, wow, I'm here. You know, I'm here. And then well-meaning artists started painting on my canvas. And they were well-meaning. They really were, most of them. Read the book. Oh, it's on sale. Right here at CSL Kauai, I wrote this wonderful book called The Memoir of the Little Man. And I am learning so much from this little man that is me. And you think, well, what can we learn that was in the past? And we went, but I've been opening it up to different places and being like everyone else who's reading it, right? And I have to say, it's a little unnerving to know when people are reading it because it's very transparent, very vulnerable, and very open. And I still wake up in the middle of the night going, oh God, is my cousin reading this? And he probably is. But what I read was this wonderful little, I'm going to paraphrase it, but I read it from the little man, and it pertains to us as adults. And he said, I don't understand what's going on. There was a lot of dysfunction and a lot of stuff going on, and we lived in this house up on the hill, and it was like, yeah, we live in the Richmond Heights. My bedroom looks out there at the Golden Gate Bridge from afar. We've really moving on up until we moved on down to the trailer court. Now, I'm not against trailers, and please, I know it sounds like I am, but there is a stigma that the little boy found out was there that he had no idea. He just moved into this new place. He didn't know that, well, I never call it a trailer because my mother would always correct me. It is a mobile home community. But my friends, well-meaning artists, wanted to also call it he lives in a trailer park. And I didn't understand that. But what he said was this. He had a Siddhartha. He had read Siddhartha at like 8 years old. I'm thinking, wow, I was really something, wasn't I? I'm reading really good stuff. Siddhartha. And he thought, because he was at Catholic school, that he was going through all of this and had to move down to the trailer park so he could learn how everybody else is living. And it would be a Siddhartha experience for him. And he said something like this. My positivity became my savior. Because he knew, I knew there was something more than what was going on in our home. And everybody was doing the thing that they need to do. Now, let's go back into the childhood thing, not my childhood, but just childhood. Do you remember when we would do things and we would be like, Mom, look what I did. Mom, look, come on, Mom, look. It was like my mom, oh yeah, that's great, honey. No, really look. Look what I did, look what I did, look what I did. See me, right? Because we wanted recognition. We wanted somebody to tell us that we mattered. And my mom was like, yeah, you matter, and that was fine, right? But something inside of me, that's why I know we don't come here empty-handed. We do not come here empty-handed. We come here with everything we possibly need in order to go through anything that we're going through. And so I like this idea of masterpiece versus, a work in progress. All the work in progress means is you're not dead. I just wanted to shake that up just a little bit, just in case everybody's getting all serious with my inner child stuff. But here's the thing. A work in progress means there's more to come. I'm exploring more. I'm asking more questions. I'm thinking, this is not all there is. There's more, there's more, there's more. Move through me, as me, Spirit. Let me have more. It's not over. But remembering this one quote is really the entire teaching of the science of mind that says, you are a masterpiece. I am a masterpiece. And I am a work in progress at the same time. But I feel sometimes, and I could be wrong, nobody in this room, but I feel sometimes that we think a work in progress is we'll finally get to the perfection and we'll finally get to be a masterpiece at the end of my work in progress. And I can't be anything more than what I am right now, nothing more than what I am right now. But I can have other things to open up to. Rumi, well, we love our Rumi. Don't we love our Rumi? Don't worry. Anytime I look over at Jeremy, he goes, oh God, is he going to be wanting me to play something? Because
Yes.
So Rumi says in his wonderful, gentle voice, stop acting so small. Wouldn't that be funny if that was Rumi's voice, though? Yeah. Stop acting so small. You are the universe in ecstatic motion. Set your life on fire. Seek those that fan your flame. Ooh.
Write it down.
Little boy excitement. Stop acting so small. You are the universe in ecstatic motion. Set your life on fire and seek those that fan your flame. Now, that doesn't mean seek those who are just going to tell you how wonderful you are, because most of them don't. Everybody's got an opinion of one another, and that's fine. I was thinking of what Rita said earlier about unity. And I think we even get unity confused, in our minds at times. I don't think unity means we all think the same, act the same, and have the exact same lives. When we become one, then everything will be fine. We don't have a choice. We already all come from the same thing. We're all energy in motion. We're we set ourselves on fire. It's like the phoenix rising, isn't it? Y'all know the phoenix rising? You get so tired of being small that you just fling yourself into the flames. And it all looks like ashes, right? Until you come up, try your wings. You come up and you say, I have arrived. It's good stuff, right? But one thing I do want to say, I understand, a lot of people have told me, two people, isn't that funny? You go, everyone is saying who? The three people. But this whole idea of, I've heard this, that sometimes this teaching makes me feel uncomfortable. And I said, really? Do I make you feel uncomfortable? Sometimes. You get up there on Sundays and you tell me I'm a masterpiece. You tell me I'm special. You tell me that I am magnificent. And I don't feel it. So you think about that for a moment, and I think to myself, I cannot serve you if I help you and assist you in telling you a lie about yourself that isn't true. And that is that I'm this, I'm that, I'm my past, I'm this, I'm that, I didn't do this. How many, the land of regrets, right? I didn't do this, I didn't do that. That's why I'm not magnificent, Patrick. That's why I'm not a masterpiece. Have you ever felt that with your past? That it kind of sneaks up on you all the time, or are you guys all evolved and floating? Because this is the thing about that, about being so big. I was saying the other day about when this all occurred, and people were like, right? It's like, this is huge, this is so big. Now, there's two ways about so big. It can be like, oh man, that is so big. Or it can be like, wow, it's so big. And that is what frees me when I get scared, when I go into negativity, when I'm bickering. I'm going to tell you something. Being married to a fellow minister, I'm going to tell you, it is, those conversations while we're eating, it's just too much, because we can't get away with anything, because we're always on it. But that whole idea is that when things get really scary, the last thing I want to do is shrink. Because when I go small, I'm even more afraid. And I'm sitting there going, what are we going to do? Do you think we'll be able to pay the bills? I'm really relaxed. Yeah. What do you think, Rita? When you have that moment, in that mystical moment when you go, what the hell did we just do? What? But if you do that, but when I go big, then I remember wanting to find a house, and I was, am I ever going to find a house? Have we been there? We know. Gosh, I don't know. There must be some kind of karmic thing. We must bless and erase about the housing thing. But when I would be like this, oh my God, we're going to get it, Rita? And then I told Rita, I said, in my meditation, I just thought of myself as giant Patrick. And I looked at the house, and it was like a little thing that I could look at like this. Look at the house I live in. There's something, I'm bigger than all of the fear that is stored in this house that now I have to be out of in 2 weeks. There's more than that. But we have to be bold. I have to be bold. I have to say, no, I will not, under any circumstances, put me down. Ooh, that's a tall order. That's a tall order when somebody says, no, love yourself, and you're like, oh, that's the other thing people say. How many times can you say you love yourself? Well, with that attitude, I would probably say about 100. Because there's nothing wrong with that timing of saying, I am so big. I came here with everything that I require to make it so. So this is what I want people to say about me. And oh, I do know what you say about me. Oh, you don't think we talk? You don't think they talk? I'm kidding you. I just want to get you all nervous. It says, dreams so big that the average people call you crazy. Woo! Oh, that was like the book. Thank you, Beth. Beth's on my fan club back there with this book. I'm going to tell you something. Do you know how many times I've had a book on Amazon? And they have this, the nasal thing goes with it. I'm not kidding you. Oh, self-published. What are you gonna do? Go on a tour? I'm like, thank you for the vote of confidence. This is what if what I'm saying is true about this so big power, why not? Why not? Unless I go back to the little side of my small self goes, nobody ever really just publishes their book and people, yes they do. Ask Oprah. Because she called me last night. And it starts in the imagination. That's where it starts. So let's say it together as an affirmation. I'm going to dream so big that the average people call me crazy. I am going to dream so big that average people call me crazy. And so it is.
It's a beautiful life, don't you know? Born into this world to love and to grow. We each have a powerful role in this play of life for your immortal soul. Bless you, show what you can do.
Amy, thank you, Reverend Patrick. Thank you, myself, too. Thank you to all of you.
Does everybody remember the other place with air conditioning?
I know. How are y'all enjoying
it? Do you remember?
This place takes a different wardrobe, for sure. So thank you. This is our time of giving. This is our time of giving and receiving and practicing the law of circulation and helping to support this beautiful place and this ministry and everything that goes forth from here. So we actually have an affirmation, and on this time I'm going to let us all say it together without rushing through it because it's very special. And it says, just repeat with me if you choose, divine love consecrates my gift.
Divine love consecrates my gift.
It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless.
It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless
all that it touches.
All that it touches.
It is evidence of my conviction that my supply is unlimited.
It is evidence of my conviction
that my supply is unlimited. I give freely today.
I give freely today
to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. To Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. Knowing it returns to me abundantly.
Knowing it returns to me abundantly.
Thank you very much.
Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am.
Now sway.
Blessed am I, Spirit am I.
They got it.
I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am.
Mahalo.
As these beautiful gifts are here, I know this is God in action, life in action as Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. I know they do go out to heal, prosper, and bless, and I thank the giver, the receiver, and all of it, knowing it is one thing, and that is love. So I'm so grateful to everyone online, to everyone here, to everyone everywhere for supporting and believing in Center for Spiritual Living Kauai and its mission of creating a better world. And so I am so grateful, and so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you. All right, do we have any children? Where are they? Are they coming?
I will be gentle
With myself, I will love myself. I am a child of the universe, being born each moment. I will be gentle with myself. I will love myself. I am a child
You're not
of
ready.
the universe, being
All right.
born each moment.
Okay.
I will be
Gentle with myself,
We'll go
I
on.
will
We'll go on, we'll
love
go on.
myself. I am a child of the universe, being born each moment.
Do we have?
You know, it reminds me of the scene in The Sound of Music. And the Von Trapps.
Here they come.
And the Von Trapps. Oh, there the Von Trapps are. Come on in. Woo, oh.
I have them on
There's
one,
a
Jonathan.
princess.
Hi, come on in. Hi. See, all little girls today.
How are
All
you?
wonderful girls. All right, this is Miss Janice. I think that microphone's going to fall apart. Hold on. There we go. There we go.
Hi, everyone.
Aloha.
Yes, I got to hang out with these awesome ladies today, and we talked about the expanding universe, and we read All I See Is Part of Me, and talked about how the universe was inside. The girls have really good examples of something expanding. When they're crocheting, we talked about what if she just kept crocheting all day and all night and all day and all night.
Oh.
And I'll let them say something.
Do you want to? No. Yes?
Oh, let me see. So we also told about ourselves. Can you tell one thing about yourself?
My birthday is April 10th.
Yeah.
This
This
is
is
important.
We have plenty of time to shop.
My birthday's on January 9. I'm 9 years old.
Yeah.
It's it.
Oh.
Love it. What did she say? I don't know. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Let's just give them their blessing. Are you ready? You are amazing. You are perfect. You are magnificent. And we love you.
I will be
Yay.
gentle with
Good job.
myself.
Thank you,
I
Miss
will
Janice.
love myself. I am a child of the universe, being born each
The
morning.
Von Trapps.
All right. The most
I used to be like that too when somebody'd say something I never wanted to talk.
so
Times have changed.
that's hard to believe. So the most important thing for us to remember today is that next Sunday we'll be here and we will be celebrating something that we've done for the last 10 years, which is our sacred journey. And this is the sacred journey of remembrance.
Yes.
We have 19 participants, most of them from off island, some of them,
Some of them right
some
here.
take part here. And we're going to celebrate them next Sunday. Kumusebra will be here, Kauka, with a blessing for them. We'll have all the musicians here. They'll procession in, and we'll just love them up. And they'll be journeying all week after that, remembering who they are. Basically, that's the theme, remember who you are, the journey of remembrance. And it's going to be a great week. But if you can be here next week to welcome them, that would be great, and pass the word, because we want it to be like a big celebration. We'll have a potluck, and it'll be amazing. And that being
We're having
said,
lots of potlucks this month.
I know, we got like another one.
It's just
too.
celebrating the entire.
Okay,
So,
anything else you want to say?
yeah. So the Tree of Change that people have been contributing to, it is still going on until Thanksgiving, when the artist is coming next week, and it's not going to be on the wall. It's an actual live art tree that's going to be in here with everyone's that has contributed. Their names are on it. So if you're interested in that, it's just going to take a little bit longer, because did I mention it's a live art piece?
This is a I call it, I don't know what she calls it, but a model
Prototype
of it.
type thing?
But it will
Yeah.
be out there in the
Right as the people walk in, it's going to be wonderful. Okay, so another one that is very important, on October 21st from 10 to 1, we have a wonderful off-island speaker coming to do a workshop. His name is Dr. James Mellon. He was our mentor, and he's going to be here on the journey, but we talked him into staying one more. He's taken the night out so he can be back for his center on Sunday morning, the 22nd. But he is coming here. It is advanced registration, because we're going to serve lunch afterwards and have a little schmoozing. You know how it is. What schmoozing. But anyway, it's on, and it's from 10 to 1 on there, and it's the same day as the Lidgate cleanup. We this year are not participating in, we always, we tithe to that organization twice a year. This year, we decided to just step back from being the actual participant. So if you
But we
want
are
to go,
still tithing.
yeah, we're still tithing, doing all of that. But it's not because of James coming. It was just because this is a year we want to. Our volunteers have been doing so much lately that's why we stayed here, and we said we cannot put them through a setup over at Lidgate again. So we're going to party here. Why not? We have the space, and that is, yes?
October 21st,
First.
10 to 1.
Uh-huh.
And then Patrick's book signing for his wonderful, amazing book,
Oh,
The
really?
Memoir of a Little Man, which is amazing, really.
So it's a reception, and so everyone just kind of
Well,
let us know.
it's Thursday the 26th at
Right.
6 p.m. And that, on the 25th, we have an interview on KKCR, so you might want to tune
We
into
do it,
that.
Tracy.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Tracy,
Thank
for
you.
that. Yeah. And then what else? We're showing the film. We're starting spiritual cinema again this month, and we'll be showing the film What is New Thought? It is a documentary based in what is New Thought. What is it? Where did it come from? The history of it. And it's a wonderful film that just kind of fills you in, like, what we do here and where it came from. It didn't
Right.
just materialize out of nowhere.
And then
so,
two more is that on the 28th, we are honoring the celebration of life for our beautiful Rob Jones. And it's going to be right here. And I know you're going to find this hard to believe, but it's a potluck. But we're going to, and it's beautiful. We have been looking forward to the day that we can celebrate him all together. And if you did not know Rob Jones, you know him now, because he lives in everyone's heart right now. And so we are going to honor him that day. And then the last announcement for today is we have an opportunity for two things to occur. Is there like a Harley convention? Is there? Because it used to do it over at the other center, but not quite that much. But it doesn't annoy me. No, but the last two things is we need a beautification team started. And what that means is that we learn makeup and we learn, no, I'm just kidding. What that means is that we're in charge of this space now. That means clean the bathrooms, that means all of that stuff. And so though Rita and I loved doing it yesterday, I think we could get a beautification team. She promised me not to say it. Oh, well. But yeah, so what we're doing, and that's just, cleaning up a little bit. I mean, the place is in good shape. We just need some people, not everyone to help with
to take
that.
turns, and we'll
Take
all work
turns
together.
with it. And then the other one is, The audio-visual team needs some support as well. Now, we're thinking of getting, he's not here today, but Orion and people in high school and people that are not in high school. If you have any interest, it's not every Sunday, but right now it's Charles and Jonathan. And so give it up. Give it up.
And then,
And
go ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
No, so I just want to make sure that if you have any interest, it would really help them, because he's going to get in like so much trouble from his girlfriend, Charles is, and Jonathan too, because he can't be here like every week. But one thing I do want to say that you don't know about Jonathan and Charles, but Jonathan has been here every day making sure that every single thing has been coming in technically, and we're still working some stuff out. But Jonathan, I believe that you deserve a standing ovation.
MVP, MVP, MVP. Thank you.
He has.
Right, all right.
That's the truth.
So enough about
No,
them.
I have one other
Back
thing.
to me.
Okay, one other thing. We have a choir now, or we will. Barbara, stand up. This is Barbara Davis. She's back on island. She lives here. She's putting together a CSL choir. They're meeting on Monday nights at 6:30, right? Right here. And that's tomorrow. We're working toward, our first thing is Thanksgiving. So we're working toward that, and go see Barbara if you want to know more about it. But this is exciting stuff. Yeah, right?
All right. A lot of fun. And all the sign-ups are back there, and just
So tomorrow
have
night
at
at 6:30 if you want to be part of the choir. Is that
all
it?
right. Do y'all have a good time?
Yes.
I'm sorry, it's a little chilly in here. But
All right.
so take us home.
Take us home.
Jeremy and
I'll
Amy.
do the thank
You
you.
go
Wherever you may wander in your life, surely you'll know I'll always wanna be there, holding your hand, standing by to catch you when you fall, seeing you through in everything you do. Let me be there in your morning, let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that everyone can share. All I ask you is let me be there.
And Maureen Murphy as our Malama team. I want to say thank you to Roseanne Jones for being our practitioner today. I want to say thank you to Jonathan Lee for our sound and Charles Wolfork for our video. I want to say thank you to Glenn Head and Sue Wooder who are back there counting our abundance, and to Angela Phillips, our administrator. And if I forgot anything, thank you, thank you, thank you anyway. So I say let's just take this beautiful energy. Let's take our huge, big selves out into the world and spread that love. And so it is.
Watching you grow, growing through the changes in your life. That's how I'll know.
I'll leave this here.
I'll always wanna
I'll leave
be
this here.
there. Wherever you
Nothing. I
feel
said I'm going to leave that there.
you need a friend to lean on. Here I am. Whenever you call, you know I'll be there. Let me be there in your morning. Let me be there in your night. Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that everyone can share. All I ask you
We'll remember.
is let me be there.
I don't know what
We should say it at the beginning.
What we need to do is they need to remember. If they remember it, it would help.
Let me change whatever's wrong and make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that only can shine. I'll ask you be there. All I ask you, let me be there. All I ask you, let me be there.
Woo! Aloha!
Aloha, everyone.
Ah. Hello, beautiful.
Get this off me.
Oh,
These events,
so good to have you back.
Oh, yes.
they're going to be online.
Yes, they are.
I can't remember them at all.
No, no.